Listen to this. Amazon Studios found out that the ranking shows based on audience scores reveals that people find queer stories off-putting. So they did the progressive, the moral uplifting, the equitable thing and hiding the data. So they took away the ability for audience to use the ranking system. Isn't this beautiful? Like, this is how humanity progresses, right? Like, we get the corporations telling us this is the way. And when people say, no, we do not like the way. Okay, well, can we make it so we don't hear the people? Like, their voices are too loud, they're inconveniencing us. So apparently, this does not surprise anyone who watches my channel, because you guys know the director of The Last of Us said that the audience does not like queer stories, but I hid it. I hid it like a mother who puts the carrot in the brownie and feeds it to the child because it's good for the child, and that's how I did it. I knew that the audience doesn't like queer stories, but I gave it to them anyway. I snuck it in. I snuck it because it's for their own good. They do not know what is better for them, but I, the director, am enlightened. That's how these people think about you, right? Like, this is one of the reasons that a lot of people are upset. But what's more interesting is that they're talking about a focus group, which was done in Hollywood, where they chose a dummy police show versus a woke-style police show. And people preferred the dummy police show over the woke-styled one. Apparently, the dummy police show were just various clips taken from different episodes, and they didn't really have a coherent storyline or anything, but it had two white guys, one Ivy League and the other a good old boy, who are partnered in Vegas where they cultivate informants. Recurring girlfriends every episode includes a fistfight with chairs and bottles flying every second. It has car chases, alleys with blowing newspapers, jumping from rooftop to rooftop, unnecessarily overpowered firearm, muscle cars, and that was the dummy show. But the woke show, the woke show was actually a show that was suggested to many streaming services, and it had a person of color, a policewoman, and she is shocked by the racismus, by the sexismus, by the abuse of power of the capitalist United States of America. And she doesn't know the difference between good and evil, and she is... No one like that. Now, what's interesting is that they are focusing on the race, right? Because she's a person of color. I remember in the 90s, there were so many cop shows where you had a black partner and a white partner. Like, the skin color doesn't matter. Even though they want it to matter, it doesn't. The difference is the storytelling, right? Like, in one, it was entertaining. As you mentioned, muscle cars, weapons that are overly exaggerated, over-the-top action. Like, that's what people want. Like, people aren't complicated. They're very simple. But, you know, we need to have the philosophy. Let me tell you why America is a capitalist country that feeds on the suffering of its own people. And, right? Like, when you do that, people don't want to watch your cop show. I know it's shocking, but some people may actually love their country. So, this is why the dummy show actually got promoted, while the woke show is something that no one wants to watch. And yet they want to push it anyway. But yeah, so regarding Amazon removing its ranking system, this is something else that I've heard. A lot of the prizes, I don't know if the Oscars are one of them, but there are a lot of movie awards, and they look at the checkbox first and foremost. Like, they want to see, alright, like, do you have homosexuals in your movie? Do you have, like, people of color? Because if you don't get the prize. So, in order for them to get the prize, they have to add the checkboxes. But if the people don't like it, well, then they have to find the middle ground. And the middle ground is to remove the ranking. Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will find you in the comment section. Take care.